Ah, greetings, beloveds. I thought I would share a wee something with you today. It may be of interest, maybe not. Let's see. So instead of trying to figure something out or figure everything out, how about simply exchanging energy with our environment? We may call this interconnectivity. Because everything that you may want to know and more is in your environment. And all we need to do is breathe, let's say, with our environment. And we start to receive all the information and more that we'd wanted. And then we can choose what we wish to engage with or not. And what I mean by our environment is our direct environment, but also our greater environment that's beyond the cosmos. Okay. So how we can do this, or how we do this, well, one way I'm going to show you how to do this is just through breathing. Now, I'm not talking about breathing with your nose, okay, like what we call the physical breath, and breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide. I'm not talking about that kind of breathing. I'm talking about pranic breathing, or let's call it energy breathing. Okay, I don't know the technical name for it. Maybe there isn't one. But so what we do is all our pores are actually breathing all the time. This is actually how we live. We live from our body breathing, not from the oxygen carbon dioxide exchange. And our pores are all the time opening and closing, and they're all the time exchanging energy with their environment. So what happens is our pores open completely. Every single one of our pores opens completely and gives everything of ourselves out to our environment. And then after that, oops, some loud music just come on. Eeks. Then after that, we take in everything in our environment and beyond, everything that ever is and was. We take that in and we draw that into the smallest part of our being. So this is what I mean by exchanging energy with our environment. So it's almost like a breath, you could say, but it's in reverse. So when we breathe in, what we're doing is we're sending all of our cells out. We're opening our cells in the inhale. So imagine you're inhaling and you're sending your energy outwards on the inhale. Okay, so inhale and you open your pores and you send everything from the inside of your pores out and your pores. So you send everything out until you actually disappear, become nothing. And you disappear into the void. You give yourself over to your environment until you disappear. Basically, you die. And then in the exhale, you draw the whole of the universe and beyond into the smallest part of your being. Okay, draw it in on the exhale. So it's the opposite to what we would call breathing, where we inhale, we bring everything in, the exhale, breathe out. It's the reverse, because actually the truth of everything lies in the reverse of what we've been taught. So, so we breathe in, and we're not really breathing. You can physically breathe in to help you with this exercise. But it's like a pranic breath, so it's like an imaginary breath. It's not necessarily a physical breath, or it can be at the end of the breath, we can say. So at the end of your physical breath is a pranic breath. That's maybe another way to say it. So in the inhale, we push out all the energy from our pores. We send them out, and we send our pores out until we disappear. We give ourselves to our environment. And then the inhale, that's the inhale. The exhale, we draw all of everything that ever was, that ever will be, into the smallest part of our being. And this is what I'm talking about. This is interconnectivity. This is how we exchange energy with our environment. And by doing this, you go beyond your mind, because it's your mind wanting to know what's happening. What's this, what's going to happen, what's happening. It's only your small mind. So when we exchange energy with our environment, you're tapping into all that is. You're going beyond the capacity of the mind. So you're tapping into everything that you need to know. So you receive the information that you need to know, but it's not in a linear fashion like you receive it with the mind. You could call it, you receive it in more of an abstract way. That takes a little bit of time maybe in the beginning to comprehend, but after a while you will, in your own way, be able to translate this into not an understanding, but into a appreciation. Okay, because again, understanding is only something that we look for from the small mind. Right? We don't need to know or understand things from a greater part of who we are. It's just an appreciation, an observation, an acceptance of what's going on, as opposed to needing to know something, okay, which is quite contracting, quite limiting. So I hope this has given you a little bit of insight into going beyond the small mind and into this way of connecting, interconnectivity, this way of connecting with our environment, engaging with our environment. I'm going to go because it's getting dark. You won't be able to see me. So thank you for taking the time to listen.